Welcome back, everyone. It's been a while since I've been on this channel, but I'm back here because it's a very special night. Tonight we're making something very special, but it's a secret, so don't tell the little girl behind the camera, okay? So,
Hello everyone.
so she's going to tell you what we're going to do.
We've been thinking long and hard about this because we wanted to make something really different for Amara's birthday. Not a regular cake because she and I bake together all the time and I would feel guilty baking a cake without her in the picture. So I decided I'm going to make her something that she really enjoys. Sushi is something that Amara cannot live without. So I am decided, Varun and I are going to make her a sushi cake.
So, I'm sure a lot of you know how to make sushi at home, but this is taking that to the next level. So keep watching till the end because there's quite a few elements to it, and the key part is the last assembly. So I'm going to get started with prepping salmon. We're going to make some nigiri, which is essentially a rice ball with a piece of fish on top. I mean, commonly referred to as sushi, but it's actually nigiri. And then we're going to make some maki, which are some rolls. We'll make them inside out and regular with the nori or the seaweed on the outside. We'll make both of those. And then we're also going to do some crudo. A crudo is essentially little chunks of salmon with some citrus, soy sauce and other elements. So I'm going to do that as well. And for all of that, the fish has to be prepped different ways. So I want to use, now this is the key. Now let's get a closer look. So you see this part of the salmon is nice and thick. So we want to use that for the nigiri and for the sashimi. That's where, if you're going to make sashimi. But what you're putting inside a maki roll or for the crudo, you're going to chop it up, so it doesn't matter. So we're going to use a thinner, not so pretty part of the salmon for that. So the key here is you want an ultra sharp. So these are Japanese knives, very high quality. And you can see with just one swipe, I managed to cut out a whole piece, right? So I'm going to use these thin strips for the rolls and for the salmon crudo as well, because we want nice little chunks of salmon. So after cutting this way, I'm going to cut them down this way. Now, while I'll do that later, but let me also show you how you cut it for sashimi. For sashimi, you slice straight through once, okay? And the corner piece most likely will not be your prettiest one. That's okay. As you get down to the middle, it'll get better.
Here I have the rice wine vinegar and I've added the sugar to it. It's dissolved well. And here I'm going to just drizzle it over our cooled rice. Remember, the rice should be room temperature. And now I'm going to mix the rice with the vinegar that I have just drizzled. I'm starting the small rolls, and this is the large nori sheet. I have cut it into half and I'm putting it in my mold. This is a beginner's mold that you can find. It's very easy to use one of these. I have placed this inside here. I'm going to dip my fingers in water so that I can pick up the rice and pat it down. I'm just going to take a little bit of rice and stick it to the nori sheet on the inside. And I'm flattening it with my fingers. Very small sections of it, yeah?
Okay, so as you can see now, Anu has put the rice in. That's good to go. So next she's putting the salmon. You can see I've cut the salmon a couple of ways. This is for my crudo, which I described to you earlier. And just these thin slices are perfect for rolls. They fit right in, as you can see. Look, take a look in there. So Anu's put 2 strips in there. And I think she's also going to add some cucumber, which is kind of chopped the same way. And then you top it up with rice and close it up, and that roll will be good to go.
So I have just closed the roll and I'm going to press it down so that it'll be nice and firm. It should stick completely in that manner. It'll become a small square. These gaps are perfect to cut this salmon roll. There you see, we just slice it through. And now that we have sliced it, we are just going to turn it inside. That's it. See, we have perfectly good rolls.
Let me get started with my crudo. The other elements already, Anu's got a few rolls in the back. You can see she has made a nice big plate already, and there's more to come. We're going to need more for what we're making. So I have over here my little bits of salmon. That's all you need, that size, right? So we drop that in a bowl. And to that I'm going to add some tobiko. Tobiko is just fish roe, and it looks like that. Now this comes in different colors. You can get black tobiko, which is what I have here, and just a little bit, about a small teaspoon of that is good enough. And to that, all we do is a very simple thing. We add some ponzu sauce. Now, if you are interested in a more complex ceviche or a more complex crudo, I have already made a video that's already on our channel, and you can watch that. That has many more elements, and this is just the ponzu sauce by itself. That's all we're going to do to this, and then toss it together. So ponzu sauce is essentially a soy and citrus sauce. If you don't have this at home, don't worry. Just take soy sauce, add some sugar, vinegar, lemon juice, and some orange juice, right? And you get a good homemade ponzu. I've done that a lot myself. As always, use your hands and toss it up. So there you go. You can see the little tobiko on there. I have my salmon and the ponzu sauce, and this is good to go just like it is. Now, I'm going to make a roll the traditional Japanese way. Anu earlier made rolls using this contraption, which is somewhere around here in this big mess, but you know, that's the beginner way if you don't know, if you're not an expert like me, right? So if you want the good stuff, you come to moi.
No way!
No, she's really good at this too. She makes this really well. But I haven't been doing much in the kitchen, so I figured I'd make myself useful. So let's talk about this process. What you need is a bamboo mat, which is a sushi rolling mat. This essentially can be bought online, Amazon, whatever your preference is. On that, I just put some cling film or a saran wrap, either way, and place about two-thirds, maybe approximately, of the rice on there, like so, okay, towards the far end. And then you want to take a sushi nori sheet, place it on there, just little after the rice, or just at the edge, about right there, so we don't have any nori popping out. Okay, I put it on there. Now I'm going to use my toppings. And for this, because my daughter Amara likes salmon, I'm going to put just salmon on there.
My daughter Amara.
Okay, my daughter Amara. Amara, whose daughter are you?
My...
Amara? We know you're behind the camera. Everyone knows that. Whose daughter are you?
Mine.
No.
Mine.
I have some salmon on here. And because she likes salmon, we're going to put some more salmon.
I wish avocado was in season.
If we had avocados, I certainly would use avocados in here as well. This is a Japanese mayo. Kewpie is a brand, Kewpie, if I'm saying that right. And I'm going to put a little bit of that on there. You don't want too much. If you want some more, you can add it on top as well. That should be good. And like Chef Emeril Agassi says, let's kick it up a notch. And the way you do that is add some paprika, add some little spice, zing to it. If you want a spice here, you can even add little chopped green chilies, anything you want really. But I'm adding just a bit, not too much, of paprika.
Even spring onions.
Spring onions as well. Spring onions will add crunch, texture, all of that. Now to roll this, it's a very simple process. You hold the entire bamboo sheet along with your cling wrap together and close it. And give it a nice little push in there, okay? And then this is the key part. You want to make sure you don't get any cling wrap in your food, right? So you move that cling wrap out and then push that a little one more, okay? And roll it again. So when you do this, you push it down one more time. We're going to open it out again. So you have to do this 2 or 3 times to get the whole roll. And what you'll see is the rice will start coming out, because remember we only used about half the rice. So at this point you see about half my rice has come out, which is perfect. So I lift it with this and roll it again. And we keep doing that till we get to the very end. Once we do that, we'll have a nice little roll and be almost there. So I think I'll do it one more time just to close it out. So right there on the last bit of bamboo. Perfect. So we're done now, and when I open this up, hopefully we'll have a nice, good-looking sushi roll. So make sure you keep removing the cling wrap, guys. You don't want cling wrap in your food, right? Nobody likes to taste plastic. But there you have it. So now I just take it off my sheet, and that is a nice little inside-out roll for you. So now we're going to chop this up, just like we did the other rolls, and when it's done, it's going to look like that. The nice rice on the outside, big, nice, generous portion of salmon on the inside, and we're good to go. We're going to start assembling this fabulous sushi cake for you.
What we plan on doing is making a layered cake, and I want to put a few of these at the bottom, and I have made 2 of these regular rolls. Some are in the round shape, some are heart shaped, and we are gonna do an alternate. I'm putting the heart shaped ones here, and then I put a
those
round
are the
one.
largest ones as well.
Now that we have our first layer at the bottom ready, I'm putting the inside out rolls that Varun made as our second layer. Now that we have our second layer ready, we will go in, start placing our third layer, which is the smallest size of salmon and cucumber rolls. There's very little cucumber in it, mostly salmon. You know why? And we're gonna place them right here to give it a nice layered look. Our 3 layers are ready, and I'm just dabbing a little bit of sesame seeds, the black ones, just on the surface of the inside out rolls.
Alright, so my turn. Look at that beautiful 3-layer cake. Anu did all the hard work. Mine's the easy part. I get to finish and say, yippee, I did it. So here we are. I have my crudo. It was in the fridge to chill it a bit. You want it cold. I will take a little heart. See how pretty that heart is. Anu made these. So because it's our little daughter and we love her so much, we're going to give a little heart in the middle. And then I'm just going to put my crudo all around that heart. Okay, I'm done, but I'm not entirely pleased because I want that heart to actually pop out. I want it to be a centerpiece. Maybe we can stick a candle in later. So to make it pop, because I have extra rolls here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place 2 of these little rolls on there and make it like a tower. Now, if I place my heart like so on top, perfect. See how that pops out? And that looks beautiful. So I'm not done yet. I want to put, this is a seasoning, it's a rice seasoning called furikake. I'm just going to dust a little bit of that all over that cake.
Oh.
I want to add my
Alright,
Japanese
that
mayo,
should do
which is flavor but also will look pretty. And that's it, folks. We have our lovely cake made entirely of maki, some crudo, and this is obviously for our daughter Amara. We love her so much, Amara, and I hope you enjoy this cake. Thank
It
you.
looks really exquisite. I don't know. It's okay. I want to try this.
Yeah, it's all for you. Go for it. You're gonna finish this. You know that, right? It's your cake. Okay, Mama couldn't be here because one of us has to be behind the camera, but this is from both of us. And happy birthday again, baby, and God bless you.